Can you do your best monkey noise?
No, I'm not going to do that.
No. Oh, no. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of BJ at the Movies. I am B.
No, I'm Jay.
And we watched Monkey Man.
Monkey Man.
Monkey Man
Monkey Man.
by Dev Patel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than just like an empty, thing that's full of action. It has a lot more. It has some depth to it. It has something else going on.
It's got some dev to it. There definitely is more to it, more story, more feeling, but the action is what sells this movie for me. And the cringe-inducing death blows or, stabbings or maimings, whatever you want. All the good stuff's there.
The stunt choreography mixed with the music and the cinematography, all that together, beautiful in this movie. Awesome. Maybe not beautiful, maybe that's the wrong word because it's actually pretty haunted.
It's definitely gruesome. Yeah, there was definitely some moments where I was like, there's some moments.
The point of all that was there's a lot of violence in this movie. What did you think? Now, what I mentioned here was we were talking about the action sequences and the stunt choreography, incredible. And he had a broken hand through a lot of this, which is pretty crazy that he was still able to do a lot of the stunts that he did. Is something that really stood out for me is the music in this movie, and that's something that Jordan Peele loves in his movies is music. You love music. What did you think of the music in this film?
A vast arrangement of music. Every song they chose, it felt like they chose it carefully, and it fit the scene, and it elevated the scene rather than just being in the background or taking you out.
And then something else that I noticed was the cinematography. They used first person and third person a lot, right? Like it would bounce back first person, third person, and really gave a lot of dynamic shots in this movie. Is that something that you noticed as well?
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like you can maybe get a little lost during the fight sequences because it is very jumpy, jerky, quick motion. Like you don't catch everything. You might get a little sick.
Did a great job using light and shadows here, contrasting like bright backgrounds where his silhouette is just darkened out. So you're seeing what's in the background and the foreground. So lighting was a big one in this. And I thought that was done really well. So really well put together movie, and it made the action shots so good. And that counterbalances with a lot of the lower moments in this movie, right? Like they give you a lot of action and pumping, and then they bring it back down.
A lot of pumping.
A lot of pumping, and then they bring you back down into the moments where you're connecting with the character and your story building.
They're edging you, you're saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of edging. But then they give you the sweet release at the end.
There's your release.
There is some suspension of disbelief that has to go along in this movie. For sure.
Yeah. Like some Mission Impossible type.
Right, with
Not
a lot of
Mission
action
Impossible,
movies.
but...
Yeah, Mission Impossible for sure. It made me think of some things from the Mission Impossible series in that respect, where my suspension of disbelief was wavering a little bit, but I wasn't fully broken out of it, and I still went on this ride and really, really enjoyed it.
Imagine, I think a lot of people were saying like, oh, this guy is going to be, a fighter. He's going to be intimidating. And I'm like, he does a good job of making you believe that he's actually kicking all these asses for sure. I think I'm going to give it a 7.9.
Wow, nice.
Because I could give it in the 8s, but I just don't want to.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
It kind of fell short in the other aspects of it. Not that they were bad, but what I take away most after leaving the cinema was the fighting.
Yeah, it's like throughout the movie, I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, we're going to have to give this a rating later. What am I going to do? Is it going to be like a 7.4? Now it's like a 7.6, and it rose up, and it all settles down. I was thinking a 7.9 as well, which is really crazy. I think it's one of the first times we've been on the same page. It's not the deepest story, but the acting is good, the action is good, the cinematography is good, the music is good. Everything is really well done. It's really well put together. Maybe there could have been some things done to focus more on the character building, the story, especially his resurgence with those people that found him.
A lot of the side characters, they did well, but we didn't know enough about them, didn't really care about them too much. So it just felt like one man plowing through everybody. So that was Monkey Man, a movie that teaches us underground fighting doesn't pay as much as it used to. That's B. I'm Jay. Good night.